What's good, YouTube? I got to do a video about a topic that basically got on my nerves. It annoyed the hell out of me, man. But I still feel like my personal perspective might add some value to the conversation. We're going to see. But, without further ado, are y'all familiar with this viral issue going on that just happened this holiday where the stepmom and she made some post about her son. No, excuse me. The mother made some posts about her son being at his father's house with the stepmom and in some holiday pictures. And her issue was that he did not have the same pajamas on. Yeah, y'all heard it right. Y'all heard it right. Not having the same pajamas on in her mind equated to uh, a child being mistreated. It equated to, according to her, a child not being treated the same. And it equated to, in a lot of other people's minds as well, as if the father was out of order for this, the stepmom was out of order for this, and they're causing some kind of harm to the child. This is what I'm getting from a lot of the videos, a lot of the things I'm seeing. Let me take this down for a second. I'll go over a couple of the comments that I've seen. This is ridiculous. Let me just start. I don't even know how to start, but let me try to start with just the simple stuff about this. Okay, let me put the picture back just so y'all can see it. In my opinion, when I look at this picture, not only if I try to imagine the young boy in the middle wearing green as well, I actually feel like it would take away from the symmetry of the picture. I think it looks better with this breaking contrast or this breaking color in the middle, separating the mother and the father, and him sitting center stage, the star of the show, with the Christmas crew on his shirt. To me, this actually, instead of some of y'all thinking that this is out of order and he's being treated different, he's being treated different, all right, in my mind. He's being singled out as the star. But y'all can't see it that way because y'all want to be bitter and salty and petty, because I believe a lot of people that see wrong in this probably came from a household where they had really bad feelings growing up when their half sister came home with McDonald's from her grandma's house, or when the other half brother got a car bought for him, but you ain't get that because you know your daddy was in jail or whatever. It's a lot of personal issues came out in these comments. What I've recognized, or you the baby mama type who just want to be a part of a Christmas crew yourself, and because you ain't a part of no Christmas crew, now you're gonna find any reason to be in your body about what your baby daddy does with his new family and his child. That boy in the middle looked damn happy to me. And the only thing that could probably make him feel bad is if his mama puts it in his head that something is wrong with this picture. Let me take it down again because I want y'all to see what I'm saying right now. A good mother would, instead of putting out there that something was done wrong to their child, even if she felt that way, even if it really was like that, even if the father or the stepmom is a little petty, and maybe even if it was like that, I want y'all to hear me out on this. A good mother would take that opportunity to spin the narrative to make her child feel better, not worse. Let that be my situation, or my child and he came home and I seen the picture, and maybe I was upset, or only probably a woman would feel this way, but I'm upset about the picture. Instead of me saying to the child, "Oh, what? They didn't have no pajamas for you like that." Oh, okay, I see how it is. See, this is why I don't like you going over there. Because they be trying to treat you different. And now the boy had no idea something was wrong. But now with your whole ass feelings, now the boy like, damn, shit, I ain't think of it like that. I thought everything was cool. I thought it was cool that I got to wear the Christmas crew, and blah, blah, blah. Y'all doing this to y'all kids. The daddy didn't cause no mental harm. The daddy didn't make the child feel less than or not a part of the crew. Neither did the stepmom. It was the actual mom. Instead of using this opportunity. Now, let me tell you how she should have handled it. A good mom would have said, "Oh, look at you in this picture. You look so handsome. Oh, and then they got you looking like the star of the show. They got you center stage. That's my baby. He the star over there. I like that. You're going to be a good big brother." This is what a good parent would do. This is what a good mother would do. Instead of being petty because you're not part of the Christmas crew and you say some whole ass shit to the kid and have the kid thinking that there's a problem all of a sudden when there probably wasn't even a problem to begin with. What probably happened is what I'm seeing some other things coming out is that the family was unaware that they would have the child that day. So instead of not including him in the picture, they hurried up and figured out how they can put something on him and still make the picture look great, because that picture looks amazing. Now, some of y'all would say, well, why wasn't he planning to be there? Why didn't y'all set it up on a day that he could be there? I got baby mamas. And I know there's been times where you are planning something, the baby mama immediately, oh, well, she ain't going to be available. He ain't going to be available that day. That don't mean the show stop because you trying to act like they got something to do. Come to find out they don't be having shit to do. Then all of a sudden you like, well, now I got something to do myself, so let me drop him off at his daddy house. Now I found something to do. I found somewhere to be. Let me use my, let me go drop my son off now, even though you already told me he wasn't going to be available. And that's cool. So now let me go ahead, still, make it happen, and it'll end up great. It probably end up better than if they had the same color on. That would not have looked as good in my opinion. So let's start there. Now, I'm gonna pull up some of the comments that I'm hearing because people just petty and going through their own little feelings and whatnot and all this. So somebody has said, and his daddy in the picture just smiling like a effing fool. Somebody thought that his daddy being in a picture with his son and his other kids and his woman, him being happy to be a proud father of this family, he looked like a fool because his child wasn't able to get the damn outfit. Could it dawn on you maybe they didn't have his size and they just planned appropriately? Like maybe they tried, like, well, damn, we can't get his size. Here, let's do it like this. Let's go ahead and get the black one and we can set them in the middle and that'll be dope right there. I've seen families do this all the time. Sometimes they do it with the newborn, and they had a newborn dressed differently than everybody else. But this is what happened. And is it wrong? Hell no. Did he do so? Is this mistreating the child? Is this messing the child head up? The child will only feel that way as if some bitter adult puts that mindset in that boy. Here's another person says, the lady didn't know the kid was going to be with them for the photo shoot and didn't want the child to be left out. The dad is the one who got the outfit regardless. Why is the anger directed at the woman, not the father who's allowed his child to be treated differently? How? Somebody help me understand this. How is the child being treated differently if we had to make a provision to include him? Treating differently would have been having them stand off to the side. Treating them differently would said, let's just cancel the whole damn shoot because we don't want this bastard baby in here. Because that's half of y'all that's salty is bastards. Let's just keep it real. Y'all come from families that was not y'all don't know what it's like to be in a household and in a family environment. A lot of broken homes is what I'm hearing in a lot of these comments. But I didn't want to go that far. Let me will it back a little bit. Okay. How is he treated so differently? Because he's wearing something else? Is y'all really that petty? I wonder, do y'all think did he not eat that day? Did the other boys get mac and cheese and corn dogs and he had to stand in the corner with some dry oatmeal in his hand or something? That's getting treated differently. Y'all need to relax a little bit. Let me see what else is being said here. This step parents conversation is always fixated on the ugly step parent. Why do we never talk about the biological parent who enables their partner's toxicity to fester and make life difficult for their child? Surely the biological parent needs to be held accountable. Held accountable for what? Maybe the biological parent, i.e., the mother, needs to be held accountable for taking issue with something like this instead of using this opportunity to do two things, like I already mentioned: make her son feel special about this picture instead of like he's being mistreated, and two, give him a opportunity to learn that life is not equal, life is not fair, everything is not always going to be the same. Even the families that grew up in the same household understands that you will not always get what your brother and sister get. Same parents, same household, things are different. Such and such got a car bought for him. Why I ain't getting no car? Well, we was broke when it was time to get you a car. Or your brother messed up the car. He crashed the car, so you wonder why I ain't get you a car. Or why she get to go here and I ain't get to go there. Well, you chose the iPhone and she didn't. She chose to go to. That's why. Everything would not be equal. Everything would not be the same. But that does not mean it's unfair. But life ain't fair. And that's a good opportunity to teach a lesson. But it don't mean it's not fair that this child gets a special, I don't know, maybe he had to go to a doctor. Here's another example. Here's an example, because y'all need examples, because this is how slow y'all be. If I take one of my sons to the doctor, let's say, maybe going to the eye doctor that day. He the only one wear glasses, damn it. Take him to the eye doctor. And on the way home, I say, man, let's stop and get us some food, man. And we sit there, man on man, mano y mano, have a good grown man conversation with my son, alone, where he finally gets to be away from his siblings, where he can get a connection and we can have a real deep conversation, and he get to eat good, and he come home and he done had a shake, he done had all the food he wanted, he done got dessert, all that. Is that unfair when we come home and the kids is eating whatever got cooked that night, but he got to eat some restaurant food? Is that unfair? Is that being a bad parent? Because there's going to be another time when I'm with my daughter instead of my son, where she might get that treatment, where she might get taken a few places. She might get stopped at a store and I buy her an outfit, or then we go eat real quick. Is my other son supposed to feel like, well, what about my outfit? What about my cheeseburger? This is why y'all got so many grown ass HOE acting at a grown people. Because somewhere along the line, y'all start thinking every single thing is supposed to be equal and everything is supposed to be fair, when life ain't like that. You got all these entitled people thinking that they done wrong because they didn't get what the other person got. This is why we need the Cosby Show back. Next time y'all feeling like being petty and saying some whole eight-ish on the internet, just ask yourself, what would Bill do? What Bill would, what would Bill Cosby do? I know some of y'all petty, and I know some of y'all thinking like, well, he'll, give her something to drink until she's sleepy, and then all of a sudden next episode she gonna have a cameo in the show. But we ain't talking about that. Y'all need to calm down. Let's see what else being said out there. Y'all mad at her, but the ninja really a mark for real. I wish a B would. See, this sound like a young man who had to watch his brother come home from his dad's house. Because you women like to have 4, 5 baby daddies. So this sound like a young man who was forced to watch his brother come home with a fresh pair of J's. And his daddy do not owe all her new kids Jordans, by the way. But this sounds like a young man who was forced to be in a bad predicament, not because of the father. Well, you know what? Maybe because of his father, but not because of the father of his siblings, not because, life is fair. His mama chose to have him with a bum. She had 3 more kids with somebody else or other people, and wonder why all the kids is getting treated different. Y'all think that having kids in any kind of predicament don't come with consequences. Having kids with somebody you're not with and married to has consequences. So even if this particular pajama fiasco was done intentionally or done on some, with bad intentions, this is still one of the consequences of having bastard children. And for y'all that don't know what bastard mean, look it up, fool. But this is what I'm getting from this. I'm getting a lot of people who grew up in really bad situations, grew up feeling entitled, grew up with parents trying to make it even for everybody, and all of them ain't on nothing. These are life lessons that y'all should have learned a long time ago, that life ain't fair. You're not going to get everything that somebody else got. And guess what? You don't want everything that somebody else got. Now, if your other brother done got cancer, you want that? Your other brother done got, shot in the chest, you want that? Listen, man, y'all need to relax. What else is being said? The stepmom, this is probably somebody from Europe, is a witch, but the father is a bastard for allowing this. Calm y'all down, man. Who the real B and the real witch is the hateful child's mother who is at home furious because her child is with his new stepmom and happy. And with he's the Christmas crew. That's who's the real B and the real witch is the one that's sitting at home salty because her kid is out there enjoying his father, and probably this woman who probably can cook her A off. You know what I'm saying? This is just hater behavior right here. I'm hearing a lot of hatred and directed at the wrong people. Let's see what else being said about bite size. She ain't even lotion his ankles. You petty as hell. Me personally, I would smack the ish out of him and her. This is why most of y'all shouldn't even have kids. Y'all ain't even capable of being parents. Y'all already thinking of dividing this situation, making it hard for the kid to go from house to house, making him feel like he's gonna upset mom if I go be with my dad, if I smile or hug my dad or laugh at my stepmom or smile and laugh with my stepmom, my mama's gonna be mad. So I gotta feel awkward about even going to my people's house. Who's the witch and the bee? The mama is. You putting it in this boy's head that something is wrong when it probably ain't nothing wrong. But you could have used it as an opportunity to make him feel special instead of make him feel like something's done to him that he, that was unfair. And this person talking about smacking the ish out of somebody. This is the type of family that this boy should be. This is where this boy should be living. Hell yeah, I said it. Matter of fact, this is a good reason why men should have custody of the children. Men should have placement of the children. Because let that have been the other way around. Let this father that had placement of the child drop him off at the mama house. She had an extra couple kids with a new cat, his son in some different pajamas, and they took the same exact photo in the same exact way. That father would have been like, oh, this is nice. Let me get a copy of that so I can hang it up at my house. Or you know what? I'm put that in this room. I like that. That's a nice photo. That's what most men would have said. This is why men should have custody of the kids. Here we go. So here goes some more. It looked like some of y'all grown up wishing to ruin the childhoods of kids near you. That's got to be it. I'm assuming she's talking about that these people are intentionally trying to ruin this boy's childhood, who probably just ate pancakes, eggs, bacon, sausage, biscuits, orange juice. Probably gave this little nigga some coffee. He probably had a big A breakfast, sitting there chilling, excited about the photo. He got his black on. He looking good, got his hair braided. You know what I'm saying? He ready to go. He don't look like he threw together. He look like he put together. Got the match his socks on and match the Christmas crew. And now he's in the center of the Christmas crew. He's the one saying, hey, this us. This how we ride. This how we roll. And it's a bitter A be at home, mad because she ain't in the Christmas crew. And she ain't got her own Christmas crew. That's all this is about. And you got people on here triggered because they have been in situations where they felt left out. And that does not mean that this small little situation y'all looking at has anything to do with the trauma that y'all been through. What else is being said? I know somebody who does this, and that ish don't sit right with me. I tell her about it every effing time. Now, mind you, that's a good point. Let me roll it back a little bit, because I guarantee you, the type of woman that would do this ain't the woman we see in this video. I believe it would be the actual mother of that boy in the middle who would play like that. And that's why she's assuming that that's what's going on, because that's what's in her heart. She sound bitter. She sounds salty. She the type that'll have the siblings over and mistreat them. She the type that'll not make it fair and balanced in everybody. I had the first kid. I got his first baby, so he should come first, and he should be this, and he should be. It don't work like that. Because guess what? The Bible has a story in it about Abraham taking his first child and his first baby mama and casting them out to the wilderness because that was not his wife. And his second child was given the promise of God because it wasn't a bastard, and it was given to him by his actual wife. So for all you Christians out there, ain't nothing wrong with this situation, according to the Most High. But let's move on. This brother says they both wrong. Her for doing that ish and him for condoning it. Again, another young brother who probably had to watch his half brother and half sister get something that he couldn't get. And instead of him being told that that's all right, you get to shine next time, it ain't always going to be on you. That's another thing about playing sports. That's another good thing about playing sports. You learn certain things like that you can't always be the star. You can't always get the ball. Sometimes it's going to be somebody else's turn to get the ball. I'm assuming this is the actual girl responding. Ray Lee, I think. Very much didn't leave him out of none. Y'all hear that first? And I believe I ain't even read the rest yet. I already believe her. She not playing with you, muff. This is a beautiful family I'm looking at. with the children. She said, very much didn't leave him out of none. And I don't do this internet shit. This is a real woman right here. This young boy would benefit better to be raised by this father and this woman, the ones y'all trying to villainize. I can already feel the energy that these people are far more responsible than that hateful, bitter be at the house. I don't do this internet ish. One thing I ain't playing about is her child. Hold on. One thing I ain't play about is her child. She didn't play about your child. Before I had mines too. So even before she had her own children with him, she is telling you that I was taking care of your baby while I was with him. I was feeding your baby, bathing your baby, doing his hair, buying him shoes, buying him birthday gifts, picking him up when he couldn't. I was probably doing more for him than his daddy was, because that's what let's do. Men don't do all that type of domesticated shit a lot with the kids. Most of the time it's the woman. And if he's a good man, he's going to make sure that she's not mistreating him, which I believe he's not, or making sure. And then she is saying, I've been not playing about your baby. I've been taking care of your son. Bitch. Let me continue. I done lost where the hell I was at. His daddy couldn't find. Okay, here we go. I want to repeat that. One thing I ain't going to play about is her child. And hold on. And way before I had mine, y'all, excuse me, I was kind of small. About her child, way before I had mine too. So long before that, she was taking care of yours. All right. His daddy couldn't find any, and we already had our PJs. And I also said I didn't feel comfortable with him not matching, but it was too late because our shoot was literally minutes away, and I definitely don't, excuse me, y'all, definitely didn't know he was going to be in our picture. And the mother that I am, I would never, ever leave him out of none. And I never did. Let me stop there. Duh. I see that clearly. Only people that have been through too much can't see that clearly. They did what they could do to make it still work, and they did a great job, and it looks amazing. Beautiful Christmas pictures they came up with. I believe that these two people would do a much better job raising that little boy on my mama. Because I promise you, any woman that ain't smart enough to give her child positive reinforcement and feed him negativity definitely ain't fit for the mental health of that child. And I know the internet don't know better because it's the internet. A lot of y'all wasn't raised right. And no disrespect to you if you disagree with me, because it's okay for you to disagree, but I know I'm making points. I know that much. If you still listen, I'm making points. So let me finish this up. And as many times as the girl said, F my kids. What did I say? Before I even read this, I could tell that the real issue is that she was the type that wouldn't do for kids. She's the type that play petty games. She's the type that thinks somebody's going to get mistreated or not get the same treatment because that's how her heart works. That's how her brain works. I have not reacted. I've never seen this before, y'all. I'm reacting to it live, okay? Or at the moment. So real time. Here we go. Where the fuck was I at? I knew that without even fucking reading this shit. And as many times as that girl said, F my kids, I never treated him differently. The fuck? Don't even play with me. Take my kids down and you can text me separately. Even more reasons. See, she's still being a protective mother. Get my kids off the internet. You can holler at me in person. This woman deserves to be the one raising all these kids if you want them to be successful. For real, for real. All right, now let me see what the other lady's saying. I ain't want to post nobody kids, but come on, bro. Don't effing play with me. Edit. My son's pajamas are from last year. I sent those from home. They are something to sleep in, not to professional photos in. My son could have at least got a fresh new set of pajamas. They got him in high waters. That's the main point. They have pictures all together, including my son. So that was never the problem. The first pic was to show everyone has the same set except for my kids. Again, if we can't find that pajama set for him, for his size, and we not anticipating him being there, we made it work. And it looked better the way it is. If y'all think that this is enough to go on, this is a pick up one of them petty ass baby mamas who nitpicks everything. She would nitpick everything. She the type that asked the kid, "Did you eat?" And the kid like, yeah, I had I don't know, some chicken and you know, a roll. And then she find out that the other kids ate spaghetti. Why you ain't getting no spaghetti? Why you ain't getting no spaghetti? Because he said he ain't fucking want no spaghetti. So they fed him something else. Hey, chicken ain't enough. Just a piece of chicken and some biscuits ain't enough. Bitch, shut up. Feed him then. Feed him then. The boy didn't want spaghetti. He wanted some chicken. We gave him a chicken and a biscuit. We asked him what else did he want. That's all he said he wanted. But these are the type of women that looking for something. Looking for a problem. Because the real problem is the most evident problem. They got a happy family. Your baby daddy has a happy family and he moved on and he's probably doing better in life, probably got a better job, probably got a more supportive woman. He obviously fucking because he got 2 new babies. So he probably having the time of his life. And you sitting there salty, trying to find any reason and hate the fact that your son rather be at daddy's house. He'd rather be at daddy. Every time he say his stepmama name, you cringe and you want to throw up. I know that energy. I got 3 baby mamas and a new wife, and she came with a few kids of her own. Now, my baby mamas try it. They try it every once in a while to try to play the you know, the balance game. This kid, well, you know, my kids definitely get the most from me. My stepkids can attest to that. Do some kids get more than others? If I put the tally of finances up, my older ones got far more money than the younger ones. The younger ones got a little more time. How? Why? Is that because I'm a hoe egg daddy? Or is that because life ain't fair? When I had my older ones, I was working 2 full-time jobs. Didn't have enough free time to give them the same time. But they had everything they needed. Now, my younger ones got to experience me with more free time. And I also had them with a woman that I lived with. More reason they would get more time. So things ain't fair. Things won't always be balanced. But what can happen is everybody can work together on making sure the children feel loved by everybody, including the step parents. If my son is with his mom and his mom is dating somebody and they got a real good situation over there, and that man is teaching my son or correcting my son in a way that I feel is healthy, I'm going to back him up. Not be petty about it, but this is why men should have custody of the kids. But that's another video. I'm going to end it on that note because this is annoying to me. Life ain't fair. Santa Claus ain't real. And you can save money on your car insurance through Geico.
Some of us have been rocking with AP from his Player for Life days, right into his evolution to AP for life. He's still the big homie, just a little older and a lot wiser. The most genuine dude on YouTube, keeping it real. And so many of you contact AP to tell him how much his advice has meant to you over the years. This channel has gotten so much support and love, from comments to likes to subs to shares to donations. All are very much so appreciated, and for those that would like to donate, you can do so via Cash App, $AP Family Man, or PayPal AP Family Man. All donations are appreciated and go towards continuing to produce content that is meaningful to the AP for Life fam. We thank you for your cash donations in advance. All relevant links to AP, including his book, Dirty Dirty Minds, are found in the description. Continue to enjoy the show.